guys, it's the Zen Witch Luna here with an unboxing for you. How you doing? I'm glad you're here, and I'm here for you. Let's hang out for a little while with an oracle unboxing of the sweetest little deck. This is called Carrot Cards, and I heard about this from somebody on a Facebook group. And I can't remember whether it was a witchy group or a tarot group, but somebody said, I used the carrot cards for this, and I went and looked them up, and I mean, they're just freaking adorable. It says, Visualize the Future, Carrot Cards, Old Time Rabbit Wisdom by Meriwether Baxter. Look how sweet. Very Beatrix Pottery almost. It says, what does that say there? The bunny sees. Oh, here come the chickens. It's amazing here. So we have carrot cards, copyright 2018, red feather mind body spirit logo is a registered trademark of Schiffer Publishing. Schiffer Books, a playful fortune-telling deck based on old-time rabbit wisdom. Learn about your life possibilities, what's to come, or how to interpret a current situation. Includes instructions for new and fun game Nose Bonk. And this, I have taken the outer plastic off this, but I have not yet cracked this deck. We have... we have a little, okay, it's not like a book, it's a sheet. It's a page. We get a page here. All right. Set that aside for now. The cards have a plastic band on them. All right. Off you go. And then we get two little bunnies on the back, bunnies with carrots. And then numbered, but also obviously in alphabetical order. And look at the cards. All right, I'm going to try something here because somebody said about zooming in, and I'm going to see if I can get away with this. Bear with me. Nah, see, it won't let me do it. Okay, never mind. Apples. Very dynamic. What's the word that I want? There was a thing in art class where when you did an exercise where you draw something and you don't lift your pen and you don't look at what you're drawing while you're doing it. What's that called? Shit. That's the sense I get. It's almost like automatic writing. Very intuitive, very automatic almost, but the loose, that word will come to me. Hold on a second. I just asked for the word. Let's see if it shows up. Babies. Badger. The bare bush. The Brazilian. The burrow. Sorry. Butterfly. Very simple, sweet, but dynamic, and there's a lot of motion. The carrot. Child with greens. A kid with kale. Yeah, child with greens or kid with kale. I'm going to call it. The cows. Look how cute they are, you guys. Cute. Dandelions. Dew on grass. I can't wait to start looking at meanings. Dog on leash. There are so many chickens. The double carrot. Keep thinking there's people outside the window, but it's frickin' chickens. Ears. Oh. The fast dog. The fence with a hole. Footprints in the snow. The fragrant field. Okay, so right away, I just want to say these are so different, the images and the statements from anything that I have. I'm loving it. The fragrant field. Let's look a little more up close. Come on. Come on, it's black lines. Pop in. There we go. So, I mean, you can not really tell are those flowers or what, but it's a fragrant field. The fresh burrow. Hawk in the sky. Wow. I mean, from a bunny standpoint, so you think hawk in the sky, you know, spiritual. Oh, that's spirit communicating. But we're talking about bunnies here. Hawk in the sky is duck and cover. Don't move. You know? Hawk legs. That means you're about to get got. Hawk in the sky is like, you know, just a warning. Beware. This is like, oh, holy shit, it's gotcha. The hoe. I won't comment. Icy path. Kicking. Lawnmower. The litter mates. Oh. The many rabbits. Many rabbits. The mechanical trap. The moon. The path. The pen. The rabbit feet. Rabbit in the air. The rabbit pair. Rain. Rainbow. The river. The rolling rabbit. And look at her R's. It looks almost like it says the Viviv. Her R's are very close to her V's, except they just have a little curve on the right leg. The voling vabbit. Voots. The safe bovo. The safe burrow. Aw. The setting sun. And I don't think it said how many cards are in here, did it? 54. Okay. Setting sun. The slow dog. Oh, we got a fast dog and a slow dog. Snow. The standing rabbit. So we had a standing rabbit, a rolling rabbit, a rabbit in the air. The stone wall. I am just delighted by these. The stuffed rabbit. Kind of looks like the velveteen rabbit, doesn't it? The sun. Thick fur. Thistles. Thorn bush. Tunnel in the garden. Whiskers. So cute. The winter landscape. And the wolf. Wow, you guys, I can't wait to get into these. They're just freaking adorable. Let me see. Oh, good. My charcoal is still lit. So let's do this first. I already have my water uncorked from the last video. So we invite our allies and ancestors, guides, and guardians in. And I offer the fire of Azrael, air and fire, light. And this is the first, blessing of this deck. And water and earth along with fresh water I offer to this deck. Please, ancestors and allies, guides, and guardians, please access the records and bring the messages to the mind and the words of this reader so that my viewers can get a message that is clear, concise, practical, insightful from this reading. Carrot cards, Old Time Rabbit Wisdom, Red Feather. So we open How to Read the Carrot. The ancient knowledge of rabbits is profound and mysterious, but surprisingly, the carrot cards are not intended to predict the future. No, the rabbits of old believed in free will and knew that as long as a bunny could choose which way to hop, the future would remain undecided. Yet it is at our risk that we treat tomorrow as equally favoring all possibilities. That's really well stated. That tomorrow does not equally favor all possibilities, and that's what a weather report is for. Our plans are not unlimited but controlled by circumstances, at times ruined, at times aided by the world around us. And what will that world be like? Just as springtime's meadow was planted in the fall and the evening storm was formed in the mountains the day before, the present guides us in considering what has not yet been decided. By gaining clarity on the subtle clues of the metaphysical landscape around us, we will be quicker and surer in our travels toward our goals. The carrot helps us explore the psychic meadow of our potential tomorrows, to understand the mystical burrow that is the foundation of our possibilities, to sniff the supernatural winds for hints of what may come. This describes the 3 basic readings of the carrot cards. Okay, getting started. The person seeking enlightenment should be the one to shuffle the cards 7 times on first use and cut the deck. If the meaning of any card dealt remains unclear, 2 additional cards can be dealt to clarify its meaning. The meaning of the cards do not change depending on their positioning, upright or reversed. A carrot is still a carrot, even when you're upside down. Allow 1 day to pass before seeking guidance from the cards on the same question. Otherwise, there will be confusion and dissatisfaction, and they will fuck with you. My son and I were talking about this today, that there was someone on a tarot page on Facebook talking about how the Wild Unknown, they use the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle. And she said that her deck, if she's being obnoxious about a question, or she's asking too much, or, just not got her head right, it'll start throwing out like tarantulas and spiders and, bees, wasps and shit like that as sort of a fuck you. And I thought that was funny because I learned very early on with my Hanson Roberts deck that if you badger the cards, they're going to badger you back. And I love that there's a badger in this deck, by the way. That if you ask a question and you actually get an answer that makes sense, but it's not the answer you want, and you keep asking and keep asking, hoping to get the answer you're looking for, the cards will start to fuck with you mercilessly. They will, in my experience, they will lay out like all my worst fears. This is going to come to pass, and I'll be going, no, that's not me, but it's like, well, you didn't believe us the first time, so here's all your worst fears laid out for you. All right, 7 times. Here we go. Ooh, these are going to be hard. Well, maybe not so much. They're small, so they're hard to bend. 2. We'll soften them up. We'll soften up the bunnies. 3. Hi, chicken. 4. This actually kind of hurts my hands. 5. 6. 7. And I'm going to cut through 1 time. All right. We have shuffled. Now, we have a good old rabbit game, Nose Bonk. And then we have Sniff the Wind, Psychic Meadow, and Mystical Burrow readings. And each of them comes with like this table. So let's look at Sniff the Wind. Actually, let's look at Nose Bonk. I mean, we're only 15 minutes in. We got time here. A good old rabbit game nose bonk. Rabbits know the expression all work and no play makes a bunny a hair slow. And for this reason, they make time for play as well as prediction. In nose bonk, the carrot deck is shuffled and divided between two players. Each player places one card face up on the table. This is called a nose bonk, and the player with the higher numbered card takes both cards. Nose bonking continues until one player has all the carrots. Easy enough. Game exception, there's an exception to this normal course of play. Oh, so that's war. That's basically the card game of war. If either one of the cards placed is a double number, 11, 22, 33, 44, then a binky has occurred. Each player then places 3 more cards face down in rapid succession, a flop, and then turns over a 4th card. The player with the highest number on the 4th card takes all the cards of the binky. The roosters are going off. If one of the 4th cards is a double number, then 3 more cards are placed down and a new 4th card is turned over to decide who gets all the cards. Binkying continues until the deciding 4th card is no longer a double number. So this is war. This is basically the game of war with 2 extra cards in the deck. Very cute. All right, sniff the wind. The simplest carrot reading is to sniff the wind by asking for insight and then dealing a single card from the deck. Remember that the card you pull will reveal only rabbit wisdom. So, for example, don't ask how you will do on a test. Instead, ask, carrot cards, please reveal the cosmic weather of my test environment. All right. So, and then it gives a table. Like I said, each of the readings has a separate table. So, for instance, apples, it says the card and then the winds. So, apples means windfall. Babies means new joy babies. Badger means arrogance. The bare bush means shortage. All right, and we go through all 54. Then we have Psychic Meadow. To delve into your Psychic Meadow, shuffle and cut the deck and deal 3 cards. That's the one we'll do. 1 to the left, 1 to the center, 1 to the right. Duh. I guess, they could say horizontally. The leftmost card is your current state. The center is a critical action that will lead to the third or rightmost card being an outcome of that action. Remember, however, this is your meadow, not your destiny. So it's fluid. So we have number 1. Oh, she gives each card in each position. So the number 1 card, which is apples, it just says 1, and then the state is windfall, the action is thankfulness, the outcome is wealth. So rather than doing a thing where she's like, here's what this card means and a bunch of keywords, she gives you specifically what each card means in the positions in the readings. Then the third reading is Mystical Burrow. Here, shuffle and cut the deck, then deal 3 cards vertically in front of you. See, they could have said horizontally. The uppermost card represents the people in your life or those behind you, supporters or people from your past. The center card characterizes you in your current decision space. The lowermost card reveals the people in front of you, challenges or new acquaintances. And so in Mystical Burrow, each position describes a person. And so each card is listed, like apples means a rich heir. So each one is given the description of a person. So we're going to go for the middle one. It seems to be the most fluid. Psychic Meadow. All right, let's ask. And here I am shuffling again. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. All right. Ask, what do we need to know in the Psychic Meadow spread, please? 2 cards do not want to go back in the deck, so I'm going to take them. I mean, I was doing this, and there's one more. It was just not going into the deck, so we'll take those as jumpers. In the rabbit deck. Bunny jumpers. And we will go Icy Path, The Path, and Babies. All right. What do we need to know in order to thrive? That's the standard question in my videos, right? Okay. The leftmost is our current state, and we have Icy Path. Treachery. All right. It's January 10th, 2021, as I shoot this. And we know what happened January 6th, 2021. If you're watching this like way into the future, because right now I don't know what the hell's going to ultimately happen. If you're watching this way into the future, it'll be very interesting to see. Anyway, icy past. So treachery, where we are right now as the collective. So obviously this is talking about the collective. We are in a position where there's treachery going on. And boy, these meanings are, one word, very succinct. The action that will lead to the third card. All right. The center card is critical action. And that's number 30. And in that position, it says go with the flow. And then the outcome that will be led to is new life. All right, they said you can take 2. Let's do that. Let's do them one at a time. So the icy path, treachery. All right, I'm going to step outside of the bounds. I want to know from whom. And then we're going to look at the person. We have the winter landscape. The type of person here says a competitor. I want one more. A rich heir. If that isn't Donald Trump, I don't know what is. All right. A competitor, somebody who's constantly seeing himself in competition with other people, and he is a rich heir. Well, he's not as rich as he wants you to think he is, but that's who the treachery is coming from. Now, the path says go with the flow, and I'm going to take 2 on that, but I'm going to get them from this reading's meanings. The first one is hawk in the sky, go with the flow, reassess. The wolf, great trials. So Monday they're going to introduce articles of impeachment, or at least they're going to talk about them. And that will be the Monday before this video drops on Friday. So, I mean, even when you're watching this on Friday, it could be very interesting. This is saying go with the flow, but it's, what was hawk in the sky again? Reassess and trials. Great trials. So we need to be carried along here. I think that there's a sense of the inevitable, that go with the flow thing and reassessing the great trials, going with the flow. It's just like there's going to be this sense of inevitability that there are things that must happen now, rather than it's not just completely a choice. There are certain actions that must be taken when certain other actions have happened, right? All right, the outcome was new life. Let's get a clarifier on that. Thick fur, one of the few survivors. That's 48, right? One of the few survivors. And what was the first one? New life. Survivors. And 29 is return of equilibrium. Wow. New life, one of the few survivors. Let me look at the other list that describes people and see if we can get a clarification on that. A prudent person. Okay, so prudent people are going to survive, so we need people to act in practical terms, act according to what is prudent, to what makes sense, not in a radical way, in an actual conservative way. And what are we trying to conserve? Our democracy and our sanity. So the people that act prudently will be the ones that survive. The people whose actions make a lot of sense are going to be the ones that survive. And then the moon there is the return of equilibrium. So new life and the return of equilibrium. So we have to have trials. We have to impeach. We've got, these are fucking incredible. Oh, little bunnies, how wonderful you are. Well, I can see why this person in the tarot group said, when I really need answers, I go to the tarot cards. Oh, man. Succinct, to the point, not a lot of shit to go through. It just gives you meanings, and then you can apply those to the context of the question and really pull out an answer. Russian Roma cards, you've got some competitors here. I think you'll be seeing these on some lives when we're doing readings. Just amazing and incredible. I don't remember how much I paid. Oh, $9.99. That's what I paid for them. $10 stinking dollars, you guys. Get this deck. It's on Amazon. There's not a single damn reason not to have this deck. I'm blown away. And the lightness, it's got such a light touch, but so wow. All right, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And look at how fast we got through. This hasn't even been a half an hour. So yeah, I mean, I keep thinking back to that commenter that said, when I really need an answer, when I need a clear answer, here's where I go. Heartily recommend, absolutely, hands down, recommend these cards to you if you have them or when you get them and you try them out. Please tell me down below what your experience is. Did they work as well for you as they worked for me just now? I hope they do, because they're really sweet and delightful, and what a fun deck. Thank you, person that commented on Facebook. You led me in the direction of something wonderful. I hope you are headed in the direction of something wonderful as well. See, that's called a segue. I hope you're keeping yourself safe and wearing your masks. And please hit the donate buttons down below if you'd like to send me a little bit of money for the work that I do. And you can also send me a deck and get a reading. You can also join my Patreon and get some exclusive content on astrology, deep dive stuff that's going to teach you how to read a frickin' chart, you guys. So thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it. Hit the notification button, hit like, share it with your friends, all that kind of stuff. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time, probably for another unboxing or a live. What else do I do? All right, take care, you guys. This is the Zen Witch. Blessed be.